So now I go to participants and I go to invite. And then I send oh, copy invite link. Is this how it works? Oh, look at this. Does that work, bud?
Ooh, wow.
Look at me coming up in this world. I know how to send you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey man, why don't you hop on here, bud, huh?
Yeah, give me a second.
How does this work?
Maybe.
Put my name on the it's already recording anyway, so remember, no free shout outs, no free ads. Shout out Dr. Pepper though. Oh.
That's not okay. 519.
I'm pretty sure it's in the text I sent you.
Yeah, but I gotta put it in on my Zoom here, bud. Can't exactly look at it.
Tell the folks at home. Tell the folks at home how difficult it is to log into. Oh, here we go. Brian's here. Brian is connected into audio. Hey, can you hear me, bud?
I sure can, man. I sure can.
Wait, let me turn the sound off here. Hey, can you hear me now, bud? Can you hear me,
Huh?
bud? You hear me?
Hold on. Let me oh wait.
All right. Wait, how do I do the thing? Because when we did all the other YouTube stuff, remember I always had the right Zoom and then you had the wrong Zoom, where like it would do speaker and then one it would do the other one. What did you do? Is it speaker view or gallery?
I have no idea. I can't remember that far back.
I don't want to do immersive. We'll go gallery. Does that work? Gallery view?
Nice, dude.
Nice. Can you see me?
I've always been able to see you.
All right,
Always got eyes.
folks. Welcome to the first installation of the dawgcast. Now, folks, this is Brian over here. Now, you don't know much about Brian, but Brian, and you don't have to respond to this, all right? Because I think we both know it's true. But I'm not just an influencer. I'm an influencer of the influencers. All right, and I think that's like I said, don't respond to that, but that's true, 100%. And so I had this genius idea. Let's start a podcast. But here's the kicker: we're not going to call it a podcast. We're going to call it a dawgcast. DAWG. It's for the brand. Any thoughts on that?
Great name.
I like it. And just so you know, that folks, the dawgcast is going to be all about you know, what do I say in that other YouTube video? It's all going to be about inspiration, right? Motivation, aspiration, education, perspiration, right? So the five, right? You like that? And we're trying to teach you a little bit of stuff and have a little bit of fun along the way. Brian's over here. He's a professional. He's chock full of knowledge. And by the way, just
Sure.
so folks at home, Brian, tell to what time are we supposed to get started today for the dawgcast?
If I remember correctly, our scheduled time was I think April 29th at 11 a.m.
No. That's incorrect. That's wrong. Because the folks at home, just so you know, right now it's 7:07 Eastern Standard Time, prime meridian. 7:08 now. It's actually 7:08 now. And we were supposed to be getting started with the dawgcast today because I'm a busy guy. I'm a busy professional. I own companies. Shout out, no free shout outs, but shout out Water Dog Pool Services. Shout out, no free ads on this podcast, dawgcast, by the way. But I'm a busy guy and I structured my schedule. I was gonna go to the gym and get Chipotle after this. Big Chipotle guy. Now Brian's got me over here waiting for set till 7 o'clock. What, an hour? What's
For
going on?
uh, for the listeners at home,
Oh,
I very similar situation happened where I have a pretty busy
nope,
schedule. I'm pretty
nope,
back to back, tied up, booked up. Rearranged my schedule for
uh,
Friday 29th at 11 a.m. or maybe even
nope.
noon. I think it was 11:30. I think it was. And yeah, just got no call, no text, no showed on your own podcast. So just to clear the
False.
air.
No, because folks, just so you know, when we booked that original dawgcast, he was like, "Oh, we'll do it on like what was it, a Thursday at like 11 a.m." But he didn't say the name, the number. He didn't say the time with conviction. He didn't
Wait,
say the
wait,
time
wait.
with conviction. I thought he was being sarcastic.
Well,
I
this
thought
was
he said
after
11 a.m.
this was this
sarcastically.
after, begging me, like asking at least 10 to 15 times.
That's false.
Dude, Thursday, let's do it on Thursday. And as you know, I'm a pretty busy guy. I said, dude, I can't do it on Thursday. But I can do it Friday at 11. I'll put it in my books.
That's
And what
wrong.
did I do? Books for Friday
You
at
have your
11.
calendar? Why don't you show the folks at home your calendar of you
I,
putting it in your. Oh,
so
you don't have a calendar. You can't prove. That's a false claim. You can't even prove the
I,
claim you're making.
okay, let's see your calendar.
I got a calendar right here. Well, it's in the. I think I left it in the. It's on the other side of the room, but I wrote it in. I wrote. By the way, podcast name. What's the name of the dawgcast, Brian? Well,
Dawgcast.
no, it's not that. No, that's just me being a leader in the thought industry.
Oh,
Podcast, the dawgcast. Right?
it's just recognize.
Okay, whatever. But either way, so the name of the dawgcast, because I like dogs, DAWG, water dog, pool service. Like everything in the brand is dog. So I was like, and the quality, the content of this dawgcast should be pretty nice, pretty good, but the quality is gonna be pretty terrible, right? No, yeah, for sure. Just go off camera real quick. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, I really appreciate the professionalism that you've put into your Zoom background. By the way, what are you on your phone right now?
I am. It's charging up right now.
Are you you're on a love seat? Did you really? We really went all out, huh? Whatever.
I well prepared. I mean,
Okay, for sure, man. Oh, what, did you come prepared with? Let's talk about this real quick. What do we call this? This is called the pyramid of learning, triangle of learning, right? And why don't you tell the folks at home about this, huh? You
yeah.
gotta
Well,
speak into the mic though. You gotta speak. You gotta speak into the mic. Tell the folks
that's
at home about the pyramid of learning, since you're a big brain guy. You're a big brain guy.
yeah. So pyramid learning, just
Yeah.
learn it. No, the with that, I think it's called Maslow's hierarchy of learning. Maybe
That's
uh,
definitely that's a different thing, I think.
uh, I think it has hierarchy of need. I think is what I'm thinking of.
What is that?
Uh, but
Skeleton
with that
bottom?
reference too, and the highest form of learning is through teaching and sharing. So you
Like that.
remember the 95% of things through teaching others.
Yeah, we used to teach this back in the day, right? 5%. This is just in terms of information that you retain, right? If you're just listening to someone talk, you're only going to retain 5%. Imagine I say 20 words, you only hear one of them, right? And then you
Oh
got
man,
reading. If you're just reading, you're only going to retain 1 out of 10 words or whatever, right? Audio visual. So you're watching something, you're listening to something, 20%. Someone demonstrates it for you, Brian. What are you only going to retain? 30%. If you discuss it, 50%. If you do it, 75%. If you teach it, 90%. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool, you know?
5%.
And and this show is all about, getting some value out there and teaching the world up all sorts of good stuff, right? And selfishly, I'm making this mostly for me. I think the more I teach, the more I'm going to retain, right? So hopefully put out some good in the world, right? But anyways, just so you guys know, Brian's time management's off the charts bad, just terrible. And a lot of unsubstantiated claims. Oh, you want to see something cool, by the way?
Sure, hit me with it.
What do you think of this, huh?
OJ, I knew you were
You like
like
that? Ooh,
you like Lincoln from Prison Break.
no, I don't. I've never
Yeah.
seen that show. Is he a cool guy?
Oh, you gotta watch the show.
I don't know. Folks at home, comment below. Is Lincoln a cool guy? I think he was he or was he not?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. This is your future though, bud. You know that?
Nice.
It's pretty locks. You're gonna lose them. Did you know that?
Yeah, I have pretty good hairline and head of hair.
I also used to have both of those things, and
Keyword,
used
but
to. And the Grim Reaper, he comes for everybody, bud. So, anyways, great episode so far, by the way. Oh yeah, the name of the dawgcast, we're gonna call it, because the quality is gonna be pretty. It's gonna be dog shit, and then there's not gonna be a whole lot of editing, so it's gonna be raw. So I was like, why don't we just call it RAWDAWGGIN with Brady Flanders? Pretty good name for a dawgcast, wouldn't you say?
yeah, looks pretty good.
I like that. Yeah. So, anyways, I know you came prepared for today's Zoom interview. Tell the folks at home a little bit about what you do and your philosophies on stuff and things. Why don't you give them the goods?
Yeah. Also for the listeners at home, Brady did a great job preparing his guest as well with a whopping nothing to prepare for. I asked him, dude, you should prepare me, that way I have an idea of what we're going to be talking about. He said, dude,
No, that's also unsubstantiated. That's not
what
a
do you mean?
substantiated claim. Hearsay.
You learn nothing about the podcast.
That's hearsay.
Okay.
Well, What is it? We're just two buddies riffing. We're just having a good time chit chatting. We're shooting the breeze.
Hey, here's some good questions. There's some good format. You said, man, that's a great
I
idea.
just asked you a question. What do you do? Well, that's a question. Why don't you answer the question? This is objection.
The question, like, why weren't these?
Don't filibuster my dawgcast. You know.
I'm just letting people know how it rolls.
Tell the folks at home. What are you doing?
You're complaining so much about not getting Chipotle, and it looks like you're eating Chipotle.
No, I mean, okay. First and foremost, Chipotle. When does Chipotle serve anything out of a glass out of porcelain? Never. Shout out this though, real quick. Just remember that speech. Remember you told me one day you're the big yogurt guy. You love yogurt. You love yogurt, right? I bought some of that yogurt, by the way. No, we're not going to shout them out because you got to pay for that kind of advertising. But big yogurt guy. I'm a big yogurt guy now. So
nice. Is that well?
Secret recipe? What you do? You take like 2 or 3 real big, fat, juicy scoops.
That does not.
Huh?
That does not sound like the same yogurt we got.
No. Well, you didn't let me finish, man. Come on. So you take 2, 3 big fat scoops. 2 ears, 1 mouth, man. You ever think about that? Value added. You like that? But
Yep.
you got to listen twice as much as you. I'm pretty red, by the way, today. I just noticed that. I got a little bit of a sunburn, I think. Ooh.
Like old tomato.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm pink. I'm well done. Anyways, shout out secret recipe. So you take 2 to 3 big fat scoops of Greek yogurt, 0% fat. All right. And what you do is you put a scoop and a half of protein powder of your choice. All right. You put it in with the Greek yogurt, you mix it up. Now, I was feeling a little frisky. I was like, ha. So I put in some chia seeds and a nanner, and I've beaten you in Mario Kart probably about 500 times in my career. We haven't even touched on Madden. So I know all about bananas. I'm the king of bananas. I've spun you out with bananas many times. That's a substantiated claim. I have many people that can back that up, unlike your claims. But shout out that recipe. That's a great recipe. I just combine some yogurt with some stuff and I eat it. High protein. Lots of protein.
Happy seed and honey. That'll bring it to the next level.
But why would you add honey? The yogurt you're already eating is already sweet. It's that oikos stuff, right? Shout out.
No, but the honey just makes it a little extra.
It's already sweet, though. Why would you add honey to something that's already sweet?
For the flavor.
It's already flavored. I tried them. They got like banana cream and caramel and black cherry. Like they're already sweet. Why are you adding?
I got vanilla at home.
You put sugar cubes in your sody pops? Like, why do you need all this sugar?
Don't do that.
Huh?
So you don't do that?
No, go introduce yourself, man. We're an hour into this thing. What do you do? What do you tell the folks at home what you do and what you do in business and such?
What would you like to know?
I'm asking you the question. What do you do? I know what you do. They don't. That's the whole point of the dawgcast. What do you do for work? Talk about that. We'll talk business. We'll riff.
As a dawgcast host, you gotta have like a bio for me to introduce me. I shouldn't be the one introducing myself.
You're on your phone on a love seat in your living room right now. You're on an ottoman, is what you are on your cell phone. Look at me. I came prepared. I got this little microphone. I'm trying to talk into the mic.
Why?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Have some side conversations during the podcast. See, I'm over here talking. No, yeah. For sure, man. I ask him one question. He hasn't answered a single question. Zoom only has a 40-minute time limit. All right, well, while he's gone, folks, I'm trying to run a professional show here. So we're going to attach the microphone to our facial hair. We're going to try to get the best sound quality. That's pretty cool, right? Look at that. I bought this microphone for, I think, $199. Pretty sure. Huh? Oh, yeah. How'd your sidebar go? You have a full. Did they ask you some questions that you were able to answer coherently?
Like I said, I can't do 7 o'clock on a Tuesday.
It was 6 o'clock on a Tuesday. You made it 7 o'clock when you didn't show up to the 6 o'clock.
This is all you're doing.
Folks, he's trying to get me all riled up today because he knows how to push my buttons and I'm not falling for it. All right. I'm trying to run a professional dogcast. I'm trying to get information that people need. I'm trying to extract it from your head. Give the folks some value, add some value to their life. Say it into the mic, though. Okay.
I'm just so confused on what you're doing here.
What do you mean? I'm trying to run a professional. This is a microphone. It's, so you got to talk into the mic.
That's just one way to do it.
So anyways, what's your business? What profession are you in? How about we start with that, since we need to boil these questions down to the most simplest.
A good introductory would have been awesome
Okay, everyone, this is Brian Hudson. He's a business guy that I'm good friends with, that does business and makes money and has perspective and can add value to your life. So that's the introduction that you get.
Why people should listen to what I gotta say, not just tell me
smart. I just told him you're a big brain guy. You're a smart guy. The guy is real smart on money. He's got great perspective on lots of stuff.
Reasoning, it's like, hey, this guy is, very well diverse.
Why don't you talk about you? If I were the listeners at home, if I were the folks at home, I wouldn't want to listen to you.
Hey, I think our good friend, our good buddy that you got a good podcast with, he goes, hey, I got a real treat for you. This is so and so, so and so, and so and so. This is what he does. You should take some lessons, take some notes.
For sure, man. I'll take some notes. While I'm taking the notes, how about you introduce yourself? Because we're like, I don't know, 30 minutes into this, and who are you, man?
Dude, it's not my fault we're 30 minutes in and nobody knows who I am.
Dude, this is crazy. This is insane. What are we doing here? Come on, give the folks at home just a little bit about you. You say, how about this? Because I need to teach a class on small talk right now. How about you say words and then I say words, and then you say words and then I say words? Okay, so it's now your turn. You say words.
My opinion.
Huh?
It sounds like we're having a great conversation, in my opinion.
Yeah, but we're not teaching anybody anything. We're not talking about anything substantive. You're getting off the Zoom and having side conversations. But what are we doing here?
Dude, anyway, okay. For the people listening, they might be watching. They might be creeps if they're watching here.
Maybe it goes on audio and video.
Yeah, dude. Maybe the visual would be good. Yeah. Anyway, I run and own and operate a direct sales organization.
I like it. Now, run, own, and operate. I'm pretty sure 2 out of those 3 words are the same word, right?
Syllabus makes it sound better.
All right, there we go. That's good. I like talking 3.
Yeah, exactly. You always gotta give 3.
Own. I'm pretty sure own and operate though you could have gotten away with. So I like this. You run, own.
Could have been.
You run. Oh, okay. I got to get better as an interviewer. I shouldn't be laughing.
Value add here. You always want to say things in 3. They're more memorable.
That is true. I don't know if they're more memorable. I just do it all the time.
Yeah. Legitimately speaking.
I'm like quick, fast, and reliable. I always say like 3 things. Now, here's a question for you. Since you said words, I'll say words. Here's a question. Are you a big fan of the Oxford comma? When you're saying, when you said run, own, and operate, how would you have structured that with commas?
I would not have.
So you would have just said run, own, and operate with no punctuation.
As I just said, yes.
No, that actually makes a lot of sense, folks. Just for the folks at home listening in, if you've never texted Brian, which I suspect many of you probably haven't, all 3 of you that are watching this shit show that we're putting, I'm trying to put together a quality dogcast to add value to the lives of everybody. And over here we got Brian Hudson, who didn't even say the name of his organization. We're on question 1. Okay, so I'll keep pushing that button. All right, the man doesn't use punctuation when he texts. All right.
Yeah. Are we having a texting conversation? No, we're having audio communication.
We're not having a conversation. I'm asking you questions, and you're going, "Oh, you should have prepared me for these questions."
You could expand on a little bit more.
Oh my God. When you were in 8th grade for a test, teacher, you should have told me the questions beforehand. I don't know. That's the point of an interview. Is you're going to get asked questions you don't know.
I'm saying is it doesn't matter how I'm talking. We're not having a text conversation. I gave you a valid add point. I said, hey, you want to say things in 3? They're more memorable. And you go, do you know about Oxford commas? Like, okay,
I'm trying to keep it light. I'm trying to keep it fresh. All right, so you run, own, and operate. Whatever. Okay, whatever. I'm the crazy one here. I'm the insane one. All right. So anyway, you run, own.
With somebody, make sure you include commas in your communication. Yeah. for sure.
Only in text, not audio. You wouldn't want to say comma in audio. You wouldn't want to say run,
Yeah,
comma.
operate, comma, and operate.
You know what we call that? Value added. There we go, baby. That's step one. Look at that. Oh yeah. Every time you say something that adds a little value, oh yeah, just so you guys know, the listeners at home, every time you say something that adds value, and I'm going to play this into the mic just so it's a little. You like that?
I
It's basically a
hear
dog
that though.
barking. Huh?
I don't know if that was you or if that was that thing you were trying to play.
No, that was the dogs were barking. It was so every
Hear it
time
all.
you didn't hear it at all.
No, I heard you, not that.
Wait, gee, you're lying. All right, give me a second. I'll try it again. All right, so Brian, you said hypothetically, you said something that added a little bit of value to people's lives, more
Yeah,
memorable, right? And then I play this.
agree. Nothing.
You can't hear that at all.
No.
It's a YouTube video of dogs barking, and it says barking dogs to the max. Barking dog sounds, dogs barking noises, 12 hours.
Hear it.
So you can hear me talk, and as soon as I hit this button, you can't
Nothing.
hear a single word of that. You can't.
So
Well,
I'm looking.
well, this dogcast is going great. Just so you guys know, every time. Okay, so what I'll have to do then, if they can't hear it, I'm gonna have to just get real visual and tell you that the dogs are, or I'll tell you the dogs are barking if you can't hear the dogs barking. Anyways, so Brian owns, operates, and runs a direct sales
Run.
organization. What do you do on like a day-to-day basis? How long have you been in this business? And what's your social security number? You seem like a cool guy. Why don't you share that for the folks at home?
Yeah. So I on a daily I run multiple interviews. I talk with our sales team and training it not every day, but every once in a while training and doing some active recruitment as well.
Okay, so lots of
Like
interviewing.
not like me personally, but as an organization. That's what happens.
Cool, I like it. So, and how long have you been doing this thing for?
Coming up on 7 years, almost
7.
7 years. Yeah.
Wow, old dog. You know, this old dogs can't
Yeah.
learn tricks.
Yeah. That's another tip right there is don't become an old dog. You always want to keep yourself young, fresh, and learn the new thing. So never stop.
You just did it again. Young, fresh, and learning new things. Oh, you bing, bang, boom. Huh?
I said, look at that. You remembered exactly what I said.
Adding some value, baby. Look at that. We're adding value. And so right at this point, again, I would play the dogs barking. If you can't, I'd play it to the mic specifically. All right. So that's great. So anyways, this organization that you're talking about, I don't know why you haven't said the name of the organization yet. I've also worked there for 7 years. So Vector Marketing and Cutco Cutlery, thanks you're doing a great job answering questions, man. Awesome. All right. So, okay. So basically you own an office with that company essentially. And you run what's your sales territory, man? What part of the states are you recruiting from?
Yeah. So New York, basically the heartland of New York State.
So Syracuse, New York.
Yep. So Central.
Central.
Good.
Okay. Well, you could have just said the name of
It's
the
not.
city.
I'm up all the way up in Watertown. I'm down all the way in Cortland, Ithaca. Those aren't Syracuse. I'm over in Utica, Rome, all over.
Okay, that's a good fair point. We don't have offices. We had offices back in the day. You don't have an office anymore. So I like it. And do you still go all the way west out to Finger Lakes and east all the way out to
I sure do.
Binghamton, huh? I like it. So you got a pretty fat slab of New York State. You're selling Cutco knives. Is that correct?
Heartland of New York State, basically the middle of the state.
Heartland of New York State. I like that, man. So, okay, so you've been working there for 7 years. How many? I don't know why I feel the need to fill in all these gaps that you could just be filling in yourself. Okay, so you're not from, for the folks listening at home, Brian's a great podcast guest. So, so you're not, are you from Syracuse? I already know all the answers to these questions. I don't know why.
You see, all of this would have been solved if you had a.
Why don't you take an ounce of initiative? Why don't you just say a little bit about you?
You said, what do you do? You want me to go, oh, what do you do? Yeah, I run an open operation.
You keep saying words. You just keep saying words.
Dude, your questions you're asking are not pulling the answers.
What do you do? I work for okay, maybe I gotta work on my interview skills. All right, maybe I should have prepared you. Oh man.
Here, buddy boy.
This is crazy. This is wild. Anyways, I'm gonna keep talking to the mic because I'm a professional host. All right. So, anyways, you've been working there for 7 years. You sell Cutco knives. What are your career sales? How many Cutco knives have you sold?
Yeah, just shy of $2 million
Bang.
at like less than 50 grand away from 2 mil.
Nice. So $2 million worth of sales experience. Now I'm assuming you didn't sell the 2 million yourself, right?
No, like our career sales, like my career sales that I'm responsible for. I've trained, hired, and recruited and developed.
So your office, you and your office is basically you and every single person that you've ever trained on how to do the job has sold a little over 2 million, a little under $2 million. That's
Plus
not
myself.
that's good stuff, man. I mean, there's probably gonna be people watching this that are, you know, working
I'm
hourly.
blown away with the quality content here and the quality of the podcast too.
Yo, well, yeah. First and foremost, they're going to be blown away at the quality. Because again, what am I? I'm not an influencer. I'm the influencer to the influencers. A lot of people would clip
Yeah,
a microphone to their shirt. Me, I clip it directly to the face because here's my thought process. I'm the guy who like I stir things up in the community. Why would you put a microphone on your shirt, Brian? Let me ask you this: Does sound come out of your chest, out of your shirt?
actually does sound better out of your shirt. Yes, out of your
I
chest
don't think
because you're
that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I think that's an
very much
untruth.
roughed up there, and you
Well,
might not be able to that
where's my
versus your
sound coming out of? Sound's coming out of the mouth.
no, but it's projected in the chest. You speak with your chest, not your mouth.
Is that why Kevin Hart says that?
Yep.
What are you, a doctor now? But
No, and
anyways,
what are you moving the mic to off your beard and on your chest?
well, no, I got itchy, so I'll put it right back on right here for you, all right? Because that's where the highest quality sound. Just think about it, man. Sound's coming out of my mouth, microphone's right there. Bing, bang, boom. It's projecting beautifully. I don't have to do.
Yeah, but it's going on like not into the microphone.
Where's your microphone? What color is your microphone?
The quality is pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's actually
I think the viewers will decide.
huh?
I think the viewers will
My,
decide that if the quality's good. By the way, folks, make sure you share the show. You gotta. Oh, look at that. What you talking
yeah,
to that?
got this thing that takes away the popper and yeah, there's my microphone right here.
You ever like hold it like you're Elvis and go sing like that?
And and for the folks at home, you know.
Why don't you put that popper back on? Just to clarify with that popper, that microphone. So you have your mouth close to that all day, basically.
No.
No, that's cool.
No.
It doesn't resemble anything. So
Huh?
oh yeah. Yeah, we'll have some barking. There's the bark. Can you hear that barking dog?
Yeah, maybe
You hear Bella barking? You
very
hear
vaguely.
Okay, well, maybe we'll use a live dog for the barking if when you say some. Well, yeah. Why don't we get back to giving the folks at home the information they need, some value added. All right. So, what
Yeah,
are
we
some
got
lessons
value add section here today.
you've interviewed? Uh, what, probably 10,000 people, I would imagine, collectively over the course of your entire career. I don't know the exact number, but it's thousands.
Probably,
It's a
probably.
lot of people, and you've interviewed thousands, and you've trained probably, I'm guessing, close to 1,000, hundreds for sure. I don't know the exact number, high hundreds, I would say. And you've developed a sales team, many sales teams. Training, you've ran training seminars, you've ran meetings, you've spoken at events. You've developed sales teams. You've put out other managers, other district and branch managers. You've retained people through the years and then promoted them to other positions. What are some lessons, Brian, that you've learned in doing all that?
Man, that's a loaded question.
It's a good question, right?
Loaded question.
Better than,
But
no. What's your name? What do you do?
huh?
It's better than my other question. You're over here talking all this smack on my question. That was a good question.
Yeah, that one's loaded. But a couple things are from my perspective or from like the sales rep perspective.
Why not both? You talk. This is just an avenue for you talk. You're a big boy.
All right. Well, I'd say having resilience, not giving up. Always looking to get better each day. Being not not getting over cocky or like overconfident with where you're at. There's always, not always going after for more, but being appreciative of what you have and realizing really like how your I guess like your chance, not your chances, but like gratitude. Gratitude. All right, so having gratitude. Okay.
That's good. I like that. This is
And yeah, just working hard, being able to have the ability to be able to work and just work hard towards something, whether it's whether it's towards gaining experience or whether it's towards setting up your future, whatever. Just work hard, have a goal and work hard towards that goal.
all right. So you've learned the importance of. I love that, the importance of working hard. Where I'm sure you've learned. Well, you were an athlete before this, not an athlete anymore, because I could totally beat you at any sport. Except maybe yeah, I beaten you in horse a couple times for sure. Well, we called it a different game.
Just shooting the basketball.
We didn't call it horse. We called it something else. I think memory serves
Correct.
correct. Hell yeah. Anyways, I've beaten you in that. I've beaten you in football. I've beaten you in
Really
darts and pool and all video games and every.
bait.
I can throw a football farther than you for sure. I can run faster.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
world class athlete, but you're also an athlete at times. I heard you may have played basketball semi professionally at one point, right?
If you want to call it that, sure.
That's what we call college basketball. That's basically semi professional.
Kind of.
All right. No, our free meeting is going to end in 10 minutes. Let's maybe start. Let's get to the okay. That folks, that was just the taster. This is going to be where the real value comes. All right, Brian, we got 10 minutes. Let's
You have a big audience and came in
uh
front of
you've got a history of being an athlete, and obviously you found some good success in the business world, in the sales world, the recruiting world, the training world, right? The business world. What would you say some crossovers are from being an athlete to being successful in business? Any commonalities you find between the two?
Yeah, I mean, it would probably depend on the industry that you're in, but I'd say definitely teamwork. There's always some sort of team camaraderie. Always going after like an office goal or something like that, being part of something bigger than yourself. Uh, working hard. Obviously, nothing worth it is going to come easy. So just working hard towards what you put your mind to. And I had a third one, but the third one off the top of my head,
Rule three.
uh, that third one, where did that third one go? Oh, learning and just always looking to get better. Obviously practice. Nobody becomes great overnight. MJ didn't become great overnight. LeBron didn't become great overnight. So just practice, learn to get better, and always just look to get 1% better every day.
I like it. So what you're saying is, in business and in athletics, you were not a seasoned professional on day one. It took time and
That
an intentional effort to get to where you are.
that would be correct. There's always a learning curve with whatever you do new for the first time.
What are some unique challenges? Because I mean, we like I said, we both worked in the same industry for many years. What are some unique challenges that you've picked up on over the years? Whether it be we'll talk specifically bidness. I call it bidness, not business. I call it bidness. Bidness. It's like a more again. I'm mixing the game up a little here, but what are some unique challenges you've picked up over the years, being in sales and marketing, recruiting?
Yeah. Well, specifically the business that or the industry that I'm in, it's very seasonal. So being very seasonal, where we have some peak seasons that you might be working a little bit harder, you might be obviously making more as well, and then there's also seasons where hey, you can take your you can kind of not take a step back, but you don't have to work as much. But obviously, there's also the less income as well. So it's very seasonal, but it's cool because it's like the opposite of a teacher's schedule, where obviously they work hard for 9 months. In our industry, it's usually 6 to 7 months that we tend to work really hard for.
Why would you describe it as seasonal? So what about the job that you do? What makes it seasonal? I mean, who are you recruiting? I probably should have covered that, or maybe you could have covered that. I don't want to point fingers, but maybe you could have gone into an ounce
We work,
of
we
specificity.
work. So generally, the and be April, May, June, July. Students are on when they're on summer break, and also like after Thanksgiving up until end of January, basically. Basically, when students are on breaks, we work hard. They make up about 80% of our team. So when that's it just makes sense to work hard because the juice is worth the squeeze at that point.
So you're saying so students don't work anytime during those months, only during the summer and November?
I'm just saying they're more available to work, and there's more students to work with. We do work with students year round, but not as many students as we work with during the summer.
So what would you say? What's one of your favorite? What's one of your favorite? Uh, why do you like working with young people? As you know, what's I don't know. That's I gotta maybe I gotta work on my question asking skills. You know, who knows? But what's
Man,
you know
yeah,
what's rewarding about working with students primarily in your business?
yeah. Students they tend to they're eager, they're hungry, they want to get out there and make pretty much make a name for themselves, get that experience early on. So they tend to be motivated. They have a great work ethic. You know, they're not used to going to 9 to 5 for 20 years and like, oh, it's just another thing. So they tend to have a higher work ethic, um, and it really shapes. It's 17, 18, 19 really is the age where students and individuals can really set foundational skills for life. So being able to teach those.
So you're saying you teach skills for life. You get to teach young people skills they wouldn't otherwise have learned if they worked at Panda Express or Mickey D's.
Who knows? Maybe.
Now, folks at home who are listening in, you've got a special nickname I've never heard anyone call McDonald's. No free shout outs, by the way. But, shout out. What's your nickname for McDonald's? We call this the Brian Hudson special where I come from, huh?
Yeah. What do you call it?
No, I asked you that question first. What do you call it? You call it Mick what?
I'd call it the Big M.
No, you don't. You don't call it. You call it. What do you call it? This is the old Brian. Don't be shy for the folks at home. What do you call McDonald's?
D's.
Huh?
Mickey D's.
You call it. No, you don't call it, folks. He's being shy.
Oh,
Be shy.
and
You call him McDanks. Hell
I
yeah.
call D's, McDanks, McDonald's, Big
Nice.
M.
Well, we've only got 4 minutes and a half, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to add some value to these people's lives. If you had a choice between any fast food establishment, we'll frame it from a business standpoint. Remember, you got to talk into the mic, all right? If you could own any fast food establishment, what would you want? Which one would you want to own?
Play.
Chick-fil-A. Why is that?
They got good values. They treat their employees right, from what I've heard, and they got great food.
I like it. Do you watch a TikTok that told you that was the right answer? Or
No, I came up with my own philosophy and using them.
Okay, I'm not pointing the finger. I'm just challenging your viewpoint. All right.
Yeah, I heard that you get all your information from TikTok.
No, that's you. Okay, because I said something that I said something that I saw on TikTok that one time, and then you said you also heard it on TikTok. So sometimes we both learn stuff from TikTok. TikTok's a good resource to learn. It's
Yeah,
also
man.
a good resource to watch like GTA videos and
A lot of good stuff on TikTok. But good value add here tip is don't consume social media. Use social media, as I'm sure you're going to be using with your podcast, where you use it to generate business and make money and all that. Using social media, not consuming social media.
That's a good point. We got 3 minutes to cover this. How do you use versus consume? Because I know you don't consume any social media, right? How do you use?
I sure don't.
How do you I just pulled my beard hair. That didn't feel good. I gotta give myself a little slack here. How do you use social media versus consuming it, huh? How do you use
Yeah,
social media to generate revenue and results for your business?
yeah. A lot of college students, they tend to be on a platform called Instagram,
Okay.
and with that, I tend to connect with those students, and then I send them a message. I send them a direct message saying, "Hey, we got some summer opportunities," and they get back to us, and then we just we use it as a recruiting platform.
Now, I'm not going to say what I was going to say because that wouldn't be professional. This is a professional podcast, all right? And we're nothing if we're not professional. But I was just going to ask, what's the age of the average recruit that you typically work with? What's their age again?
Say like 19.
So you're just following a bunch of 19-year-olds on Instagram, man? Kind of a
mid-20s. I'm in my mid-20s, so don't even worry about it.
What does that mean? Like 28? What is that? Like a 5'6" guy says he's 5'7.5" and he's 5'5"? Really? What are we talking here?
You okay?
What's your social? Back then I asked for your social.
About that one. Well, the audience.
Well, should the folks at home, should they follow you on Instagram?
They can if they want to see a cool guy. I got a cute, great girlfriend, so want to stay in touch, yeah. But we might
Nice.
run out of time.
You're gonna get lots of raving fans from this dog cast, you know. So, anyways,
Maybe.
I think I think this is some of our best work. If I'm being honest, I think we've put off a lot. Now you're gonna be a recurring guest every week, right? For the dog cast.
I have to put that in the schedule.
We're gonna do how about we do like 3 to 4 of these a week? We're gonna improve as time. Now here's my plan, Brian. We only got a minute and 10 seconds left. Here's my plan. I
gotta practice.
We gotta practice. Maybe you could prep a couple questions next for the next episode.
I'm a guest, not a host.
Okay, well, doesn't sound, it's kind of a victim mentality, some would say.
No, it's you asked me to be on the podcast.
I don't think that's true. You can't even show up to a dog cast on time. Anyways, folks, just that recipe again. We're talking Greek yogurt, we're talking maybe a half a nan or some chia seeds and some protein powder. And if you want to get frisky, put it in the fridge for 15 minutes. Let it chill. It's like a mousse, a cheesecake consistency. Any final words, Brian Hudson? What's your Instagram handle again? Is it Brian Hudson?
Brian M. Hudson.
Brian M. What's your middle name? No, don't answer that. Don't answer. There's a lot of sickos out there, all right? This has less than a minute, so it could cut off at any point. Any final words?
Yeah, just live life. Live life and enjoy. You never know when that clock's going to count down and be your time to strike.
I tell you what, man, that's some real inspirational advice, man. I'm not.
My high school, they just had 2 high school sweethearts just passed away in a car accident last Sunday.